calculator for calculation. I told you already, from today we'll be starting with the numericals. So good afternoon, it's nearly to 12 o'clock. So welcome back to the class on tribology. So in the last class, if you remember what we were dealing, can anyone let me know quick, Ishan, what we were dealing in the last class? Quickly.
Ma'am, I think derivation of ideal
Yeah, yes. And what else we
hydrodynamic.
dealt about? Do you remember we spoke about the load carrying capacity of an journal bearing? Last to last class, we dealt about the derivation of idealized full journal bearing. So in the last class, we were dealing about the load bearing capacity of a journal bearing and the significance of the Sommerfeld number, right? So these understanding concepts of the Sommerfeld number, the load bearing capacity of a journal is very much essential. So related to the significance of Sommerfeld number, we dealt about 4 cases, case 1, case 2, case 3, as well as case 4. How the equations of coefficient of friction will be equated with respect to the load bearing capacity so that it yields with the required Sommerfeld number. So we dealt about the significance. Before that, I just brushed out with respect to the load carrying capacity of any journal bearing, right? So what are its significance, why it is needed, and a derivation. So derivation usually won't be asked in the examination, but you should be knowing its significance. It is a huge lot of derivation. We usually take the summation of the forces along the x as well as the y-axis with respect to the direction in which the load is being subjected across the journal bearing. And finally, the equation for the load carrying capacity will be derived. We usually take the summation of all the forces along x as well as the forces along the y direction. We resolve and then we will come to an equation for the load bearing capacity, and also we relate that to the Sommerfeld equation. These equations we use for solving the problems. In our syllabus, we have the like problems associated with the full journal bearing. So you should be knowing the equation for load carrying capacity, the Sommerfeld equation, coefficient of friction value, how we determine the power, the losses, all those I have brushed up already related to the equations also, which usually come across in the numericals in previous classes. So all these terminologies plays a vital role in solving the problem on full journal bearing. So we had an equation to prove that in case of idealized full journal bearing, small h will be equal to k. So this value, the minimum thickness of the oil, will help you to evaluate the pressure gradient. It could be across the null point, or it could be across the maximum or the minimum point. So these are just the brush out part or the prerequisite which is essential for you to solve the problems. So with respect to the completion of the theoretical part, so now we have to start up with the numericals. As per your syllabus, we have the problems in full journal bearing. Suppose this is an initial problem what we start on. Please open your notebook, pen, calculator, please keep it with you ready. You have to solve and let me know the answer. It is not like I'll just be explaining. You need to solve it. I hope everyone have the notebook, pen and calculator with you all. If you don't have a notebook, at least take the sheets of paper, pen for the writing part and the calculation. Please keep it ready. Does everyone have it with you people right now? Kindly make your arrangements quick. I didn't get a reply back. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, please keep it ready. So this is the first numerical what we will be starting up. So it is a problem on full journal bearing. So they have given us some specification. You know that you will be having a journal, a bearing, so it will be having its own diameter value. So the journal diameter value here is given as to be 50 mm. So the length of the bearing is given as 63 mm. Please see the units. If it is in mm, you have to convert in terms of meter while we substitute in the equation. So the journal diameter is given as 50 mm, bearing length is given as 63 mm. Then the journal speed with which it is rotating has been given as 1200 rpm. So the radial clearance, okay, is given as C. If it is C, if you get confused, you can kindly write it as C suffix R, that is for radial clearance, so that there will be no confusion with respect to the diametrical clearance value. So radial clearance is given as 0.025 mm. And because we are using lubricant, the viscosity value of it will be given. And here it is given as mean viscosity of the lubricant, which is represented by mu. It is given as 12 centipoise. So for our calculation, we usually convert that into Pascal second. So we usually multiply the given value into 0.001, so which helps in conversion into poise second. And altitude is nothing but the eccentricity ratio, what we refer to be as equal to n. So the eccentricity ratio is given to be as 0.8. And I always told you while solving problem, we assume that the leakage factor is neglected. And here also it is being told neglect the effects of the end leakage. So it is not like in two directional flow, it is in one directional flow what we take as per the assumption. Even while derivation as well as in the calculation, we neglect the effect of the end leakage. So with respect to this given data, what are the things we need to find out is what is the load which is acting, what is the load the bearing could support. So this is the first thing what we have to determine. Then you have to determine the frictional force, the coefficient of friction, and the power loss which is coming in the bearing. So you have to determine totally 4 factors. So first one what you have to determine is the load which is acting, which could be bared. Okay, for that what is the load bearing capacity equation? So we have dealt about the load bearing capacity equation, right? So as per the load bearing capacity, we have the equation here, W is equal to mu into UL R upon C whole square into 12 pi n by, so this is all the factor related to the sum of whole number. So in the load bearing capacity equation, it will be the combination of all these parameters. So mu will be nothing but the viscosity, and u will be the speed with what the journal is revolving. So you need to calculate the value of u. Anyhow, you have to see in the equation which are the data which has been given. So they haven't given you the value of u, what is the speed with which the journal is rotating. You have to determine the value of u because you need to substitute over here. And what else is needed? Length is needed. So you have to check whether in the given data the length is given. The bearing length is there already. So then R upon C. So you need to know the value of the R, the radius of the journal, and the radial clearance. So these two data is given in the value. You know the diameter of the journal. By this you will come to know what is the radius of it, right? And the radial clearance value is also being given. And n is nothing but the eccentricity ratio, or it is also called as altitude. So altitude value is also given to be as 0.8. So all these values are there. Only the unknown value is the speed with which the journal is revolving. So you need to calculate the value of the u. So u here will be given as 2 pi r n upon 60. So n is the speed and u is the velocity with which it has been revolving. So the velocity always will be given in terms of meter per second. So you need to see all the required data is available or not. This is a constant 2 value, pi value, you know it is a constant, and r, the radius of the journal. Right? So here the diameter is given. So you will write half the value of it. So it will be 25, but don't write in terms of mm. It will be in terms of meter. So you have to multiply 25 into 10 raised to minus 3 and then you will check what is the value of the journal speed. It is 1200. So you will kindly type it as 1200 and then divide upon 60. So you have to calculate and let me know the value whether it is mentioned here right or wrong. So kindly do the calculation part and let me know the answer quick. You should respond, you should solve and let me know, be quick. Substitute the values, write the equation for the velocity with which the journal is revolving and find out the value of u, how much you get, and let me know. Let me see who will tell me the first. Please substitute and let me know the answer. The answer displayed here might be right or wrong. So when you calculate, you'll come to know what is the answer. Anyone calculate and let me know quick. What is the answer you're getting?
3.14.
Is it right exactly? Okay, so once you know the value, so then you'll come, okay. So please calculate or else you'll face a problem at the end of the examination and internals. You should get hands-on in solving. So then you will,
correct value, ma'am.
Okay. So then you write the value, then you write that value in the equation for load bearing capacity. Mu, you have to convert. Don't write directly as 12 centipoise. Kindly convert that into Pascal second. So when you convert into Pascal second, what is the value you will get? Anyone can convert? What is 1 centipoise equal to in terms of Pascal second? Can anyone tell me the formula?
Ma'am, 12 into 0.001.
So to convert into Pascal second, you need to multiply by 0.001. So when you multiply 12 into 0.001, you will get in terms of Pascal second. So the answer will be 0.012. So substitute the value of mu here, then the velocity of the journal with which it is revolving, then come back to the length of the bearing. So what is the data given here? The bearing length is 63 mm. Convert that into meter. So it is 63 into 10 raised to power of -3. After that, it is R upon C. So R is nothing but the radius of the journal. Here the diameter is given. Radius will be exactly half. So we will write that into 25 upon C. So C is the radial clearance. So 0.025. If you multiply into 10 raised to -3, both numerator and denominator, it gets cancelled and hence it is not being shown over here. Okay, so 25 into 10 raised to -3 divided by 0.025 into 10 raised to -3. 10 raised to -3 in the top and in the numerator and the denominator gets cancelled. So it is shown as 25 upon 0.025 whole square. So then the remaining part here. 12 is a constant, write as it is. Pi, you also kindly do write as it is. And n is the eccentricity ratio. So the value of it is exactly 0.8. So substitute here and then come for the denominator. So denominator is again 2 plus the eccentricity ratio whole square. So value of n is given as 0.8 whole square. Again, root of 1 minus 0.8 whole square. So usually you have to keep the value of the load bearing capacity of the bearing in terms of Newton. So after substituting all this, now you have to calculate and let me know the answer. Everyone kindly do calculate and please cross check the answer and let me know how much you're getting. Do calculate, don't be idle. Open your calculator. Take the paper, write the equation, substitute if you haven't started yet. Or else I need to ask to make your webcam on now.
45.197 into 10 power 3 Newton.
45.197
into 10 power 3.
Okay, into 10 power 3 Newton. Okay, the same thing you do get. So kindly write the value of load bearing capacity, which is represented as W is equal to the value what you told me right now. And don't forget to write the unit as Newton. So now we have calculated what is the load bearing capacity of that given journal. So the next part what they have asked is the frictional force. So you should be familiar with the equation which has been used to determine the frictional force. When the frictional force comes into picture, when you have subjected a particular load to the given journal bearing, so the frictional force usually come across. If both are equal, then you can tell that the given journal bearing is in equilibrium condition in which you will have minimum wear or friction, right? So with respect to that, in the full journal bearing equation, we use usually frictional force as this one. As we have dealt already in load bearing capacity, we equated the frictional force with respect to the load subjected on the journal bearing. So this is the frictional force equation we use. So it has been given by 8 pi square mu L r square n into 1 plus 2 1 plus 2 n whole square divided by c into 2 plus n square into root of 1 minus n square. So here mu is your viscosity value, L is the length of the bearing, R is the radius of the journal, n is the speed with which it has been revolving, right? And n small n here is the eccentricity ratio. All these values you are aware enough. So now it's your work to substitute and find out the value. So 8 you will write as it is, pi value you will write it as it is, mu you have already calculated that into Pascal second, which is 0.012 instead of 12 centipoise. So you will write that value. And length of the journal bearing is 63 mm. Kindly convert that into meter. So it is 63 into 10 raised to minus 3. And after that, what we have is the radius value, r square. So radius is 25 mm. We are converting that into meter whole square into the speed, which has been given as 1200 rpm. So we will retain the same value and then open the bracket 1 plus 2 eccentricity ratio, which is 0.8 whole square, divided by the value of c. What is c here? C is nothing but the radial clearance. So substitute the value of radial clearance into 10 raised to minus 3. Why this 10 raised to minus 3 is given? Can anyone let me know?
Ma'am, mm to meter.
Convert it to meters, ma'am.
Okay, okay, yeah. At least
Ma'am,
you are,
conversion of mm into meters.
yes. So you people are listening. Then it is 2 plus n squared. So n is nothing but the eccentricity ratio and again root of 1 minus n square. So now you substitute and let me know the answer what you are getting. Please do calculate. So after this problems, you will be getting an assignment for module 3. So you have to derive the equation and solve the problems. You can do it only when you understand the process how to solve the problem. So kindly do calculate and let me know the frictional force, how much we are getting. Everyone has to solve the problem. Don't be idle.
Ma'am, what is that 60 in the denominator?
Did you calculate leaving this 60 value? You let me know first. I'll tell you the answer.
Yes, ma'am.
How much you are getting?
Now 1 second. Ma'am, 2.31 into 10 power 3.
Without 60, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what they have done here is in the equation, this viscosity is Pascal into second. So actually here they have to, if they are taking this directly as 12 CPS, we are converting that into Pascal into second. So they are considering that as the value of the denominator here, but that is not needed. Truly telling, the 60 value should not come into picture. Even if they are taking directly 12 here, then if they type 60 here, that will be right. But when it has been converted here totally, so the value of 60 is not needed. But still they have substituted and shown the value of something. So you please calculate and let me know the answer, how much you have got, and you write it as it is.
Okay, ma'am.
So just remember the answer, how much you have got it. So once the frictional force you have obtained, you told 2 point something or so, is it? How much it is?
Ma'am, 1 second. Ma'am, that is including 60. Without 60, I'm getting 38.6.
Without 60, you are getting 38.
0.6.
Yeah, 38.6 Newton should be your answer.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So our frictional force value will be 38.6. So I've just edited here in the .6 will be the value. So once the frictional force is done, what is the next one what they have asked? It is a coefficient of friction. So you need to determine the coefficient of friction. So we know in general the coefficient of friction will be equal to the frictional force which is coming due to the load which has been subjected. So the coefficient of friction in general, in simple, could be calculated as the frictional force divided by the load bearing capacity, by the load which has been withstanded by that particular bearing. Because we have calculated already the value of the load bearing capacity of that journal. So you will take the ratio of the frictional force upon the load bearing capacity of that particular journal. You know the value of both, but our value of F is changed here, which is 38.6. So you have
Ma'am,
to,
it's 2.315 into 10 power 3 only, ma'am. Correct.
then why did you tell me this answer?
Oh, ma'am, I multiplied it with 60 then.
Tell me the answer exactly. It is
315 into 10 power 3.
2.315, okay, into 10 to the power of minus 3. Fine.
Ma'am, 3.
10 to the power of 3, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. It is not taking specifically. Let it be 10 to the power of 3 it is. So now come for the equation here for coefficient of friction. So substitute the value of the frictional force divided by the load bearing value. So this value remains the same. You have got the same answer. Only thing, change the value over here as 2.315 into 10 raised to power 3 divided by 45197.8 Newton. And let me know what is the answer you're getting. coefficient of friction?
Ma'am, 0.051.
0.0. Yeah, so the coefficient of friction value is 0.051. So kindly everyone write the answer what you are getting. .051, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the value of F, what we got will be 0.051. Fine. So then what else being asked in the question? So once the coefficient of friction is determined, we need to determine the power loss. What is the amount of power which is being lost? So power loss in the bearing is usually determined by the frictional force what we have got into the velocity with which the journal is rotating. So you know the value of the frictional force, what we have calculated here as 2.315 into 10 raised to power 3, right? So please you take the value of F as 2.315 into 10 raised to power 3, and U we have calculated, which is 3.14 meter per second. So you substitute both the values and calculate what is the amount of power which has been lost in the bearing. And don't forget to write the unit. You have to write in terms of watts.
Seven to 69.1 watts.
7,269.1.
1.
There is a huge amount of loss here as per the given data.
Ma'am,
So
why
the,
have 42.93 instead of 42.93 into 10 power 3?
see here 42.93 Newton they have got here.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it is a frictional force. So same thing has been written. Only when you convert the given data in terms of millimeter to meter, you have to convert that to maintain the units in meters. And remaining thing what we have got the value as per the computation, that has to be retained as it is.
Ma'am, our F value is changed, so that's why we're getting more.
Yeah, our F value is changed here. Due to that, we are getting more. But still, there is no like significance in adding 60 over here without any reason. So just keep this as per the procedure. We need to follow the right protocol. So as per the procedure, this is how you need to use the equation and determine the values. So this isn't just a simple problem to start up with. So then after this, I just want to go with problem 3 before problem 2. So everyone please take down the question. You need to have the questions and then you need to solve the problem. So the second problem what we are solving here is an idealized full journal bearing again with the specifications. Kindly note down the given data. So in the problem here what we are discussing, it is again an idealized full journal bearing and they have given some specifications of it. So the journal diameter, which is capital D, is been given as 50 mm. The bearing length is given here as 64 mm. The journal speed here is again 1200 rpm. The radial clearance here is again 0.025 mm. Please note down the mean viscosity of the lubricant here is given 11 centipoise instead of 12 CPS, and again the eccentricity ratio value N is given as 0.8. So here we need to calculate the load carrying capacity, the frictional force, the coefficient of friction, the power loss, the Sommerfeld number, and what is the minimum film thickness. So this minimum film thickness, the value of H will be equal to K. We dealt related to the derivation in idealized full journal bearing. And we have learned the significance of Sommerfeld number and its equation. So these two is an part extra added to the previous section. So based on the data, first we need to calculate the load bearing capacity. So load carrying capacity equation we have. So you will write down the equation for load carrying capacity for the given journal, which is the same thing what I told in the previous problem. So once you write down, you need to substitute the values here. So here the value of mu is changed from 12 centipoise to 11. So if you multiply 11 into 0.001, so then you will get the value of the viscosity, the mean viscosity value in terms of Pascal second. So this value you will write. So it is 11 into 0.001 for Pascal second unit. So you will get the value of mu. And then you need to know the value of u. So what is the value of u? You need to calculate. So please do calculate and tell me the value of u, whether it will be the same or it will change.
Ma'am,
Same. So please type the value of u as 3.14. And then the length is been given. What is the length of the journal bearing here? 64. So please type it as 64 into 10 raised to minus 3. And then the radius of the journal is 0.025. And again, the radial clearance is the same. It is 0.0025 into 10 raised to 3. Both in the numerator denominator gets cancelled. And even here eccentricity ratio is the same. Only thing, the mean viscosity value has been changed. For that purpose, the value of W also gets changed. So you calculate and let me know what is the value you're getting.
Ma'am, 42.102 kilonewton.
42.102 you're getting.
Yes, ma'am.
Just a second. .102 kilonewton. Okay. Fine. So this is the value what we have got. Let me bold this. So we got 42.102 kilonewton. So what is the next step? They have asked us to find out the frictional force, right? So what is the equation for frictional force? This is the coefficient of friction. Before that, we need to calculate the value of frictional force, right? So here we can see the frictional force equation is the same what we used. So you know the equation, 8 is constant, pi is constant. Only thing is the value of mu gets changed here. So we are writing 0.0011 instead of 12. And again, the length remains the same. The value of R remains the same. And N, what is the value of N here? Substitute the value of N. It is given as
0.8.
1200, the journal speed. Which problem we were solving? The third only, na?
Yes.
Yeah, 1200. Substitute the value. But here they haven't mentioned. I think this together. Okay. You just substitute and let me know the value how much we are getting. So N value will be 1200 into 1 plus 2 into eccentricity ratio 0.8 whole square divided by the value of C, the radial clearance. It is the same 0.025 into 10 raised to minus 3, and then you will multiply into 2 plus 0.8 whole square into root of 1 minus 0.8 whole square. Your 60 won't come into picture, and in the first thing they had wrongly made a typo error, so only I asked not to add 60. So you now substitute and let me know the value of F, how much you get, the frictional force. Everyone kindly do solve, don't be idle. Only one person is telling me the answer. What about the others?
We are also telling same answer, no, ma'am.
Hello. Yeah, who answered me now?
Ma'am, 2.4 into 10 power 3.
I don't know why there is an. Did you added the speed value?
Yes, ma'am. They've written 20
Ma'am, it's
there.
2.4 only, ma'am.
It is?
Ma'am, capital N, they have
2.4 into
written
10 power 3, ma'am.
20
Sorry,
in the
sorry.
equation.
One at a time, please.
Ma'am, the capital value of N, they have given as 20 in the equation. Shouldn't it be 1200?
Okay, they have taken as 20 in the equation, but in the problem which has been given is 1200, right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
please, that is the variation what they are getting. You just write the actual one and let me know the answer. So F is equal to exactly
2.4 into 10 power 3.
2.4 into 10 to the power, I'll just use the upper cap, 10 to the power of 2.
Ma'am, 2.4 kilonewton.
Okay. Fine. So I hope everyone have got the same answer.
Yes, ma'am. 2.4 kilonewton, ma'am. Correct,
Okay.
ma'am. Correct answer, Shanta.
Okay. So kindly do calculate. So after this, what has been asked in the question, we completed load carrying capacity and the frictional force. Then what has been asked? It is a coefficient of friction. So what is the equation in general for coefficient of friction we use? It is
F by W.
F by W, which is the frictional force upon the load bearing capacity. So now F value we have got as 2.4 kilonewton. So kindly do type it as 2.4 kilonewton. And the load bearing capacity, have you calculated it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So it is 42.102 kilonewton. As per the right calculation, we have got 42.102 kilonewton. So kindly take the answer what you have calculated, not from the slide. So then substitute here. The value of F is 2.4 kilonewton and value of W is 42.102 kilonewton.
0.057.
So F is equal to
0.057.
0.057. So this is the coefficient of friction value, what we get as per our calculation. This is small f. So we have determined the coefficient of friction value. So then they have asked us to determine the power loss. So what is the equation for the power loss? So power loss here is equal to the frictional force value into the velocity with which the journal is revolving. So now the frictional force value, we got something. It is 2.4 kilonewton. So now multiply 2.4 kilonewton into the velocity with which it is revolving. So it is the same. Velocity value is the same. So it is 3.14 into the frictional force, which is 2.4 kilonewton. Again, here there is a huge lot of loss.
7,536.
How much?
736. 7536.
7536
Right.
watts is the power loss as per the given question. So once the power loss is calculated, so then what they have asked is the sum of whole number. So sum of whole number is given by this equation. We have dealt about the significance of it also. So this is the equation what we use for sum of field number in case of full journal bearing. So this is given by 2 plus n square into root of 1 minus n square divided by 12 pi square into n. So here only the value what we need to substitute is the eccentricity ratio, and that is given in the question as 0.8. So substitute the value here in the given equation and calculate the sum of field number for the given full journal bearing. So please check what is the value you do get.
Same value.
Same value. Okay. So S will be 0.0167. So we have done with the sum of field number. And then lastly, they have asked us the minimum film thickness. So this we derived in case of our derivation in idealized full journal bearing. So minimum film thickness will be the small k, which will be equal to h. So we had an equation for minimum oil thickness as well. Right, so the H minimum, we derived an equation in terms of eccentricity ratio. So this is H minimum, which will be equal to C into 1 minus N. We have different equations for minimum oil thickness. So we need to select the equation based on the given data. In our problem, we know the value of N and C. We doesn't have any other values. Right, so we need to check, or else if I just go back for the derivation part, we have different equations in idealized journal bearing. See, this is one equation where H is equal to K. Here also it is C and N. Apart from that, if we need only the value of K, you have here one equation. And here, if sometimes if angle of inclination phi is being given, so then you can also use this equation to calculate. But for this, you need the diametrical clearance value also. Okay, so these, and here also, yeah. This is one more equation for H minimum. And in general, initially we had one more. So where H is equal to R plus C minus OB. So these are different parameters and equations what we have to determine the value of H. So we usually use the simplest equation based on the available data. So as per the available data, here in the equation, we are using H minimum is equal to C into 1 minus N. So here the C, small c stands for radial clearance. So which is, or else you can write it as C suffix R. So the value of the radial clearance is given as 25 mm. So we convert that into meter. Into, it is given as 0.025 mm, I'm sorry. So convert that into meter, 0.025 into 10 raised to minus 3 into 1 minus n. So the eccentricity ratio value is given as 0.8. So you kindly substitute and see that what is the minimum film thickness value you will be getting.
Same answer.
Same answer. Okay. So now we have got all the values. What is the load carrying capacity, the frictional force, the coefficient of friction, the power loss in the bearing. Did we calculate the power loss? Yes, we did. The Summerfield number and the minimum film thickness. So in this way, based on the data given, you have to use the equation and calculate the problems. So I will just give you one more problem. This is again a simpler one. Kindly note down. It is a full journal. Everyone kindly take down the problem. It is a full journal bearing, again with the specifications mentioned as follows. We have a journal diameter which is equal to 45.2 mm. Bearing length is given as 60.5. Journal speed again is the same. It is 1200 rpm. Radial clearance is given as 0.0254 mm. And mean viscosity of the lubricant is given as 10 CPS, and the eccentricity ratio is again 0.8. So now based on the data, you need to calculate the values. So please do calculate the load carrying capacity and tell me the answer quick. Complete and tell me the answer, be quick. Load bearing capacity value, you know. This is the equation what we usually follow, and here the value of mean viscosity of the lubricant is given as 10 centipoise. So calculate that into Pascal second. It will be equal to 0.01, and the speed with which it has been revolving. You need to calculate the value of u. U gets changed now. What is the value of u here? It is 2 pi Rn upon 60. Only the variation is due to the change in the radius of the journal, right? So here the radius value is 22.6 into 10 raised to minus 3. So substitute and check whether you get the same value for u. Please see what is the value you are getting for u.
2.839.
Okay. So please substitute the same value for the load bearing capacity problem over here. And then the length of the journal bearing is also being changed. It is 60.5 mm. So come back to the equation here and write it as 60.5 into 10 raised to minus 3. Then substitute the value for R, which is the radius of the journal, 22.6, and the radial clearance, which is 0.0254 into 10 raised to minus 3. As per the question, it is 0.0254 mm, the radial clearance. You can multiply to 10 raised to minus 3 in both numerator and denominator and show that it has been cancelled. Then remaining thing is as same. 12 pi into n value will be 0.8. Again 2 plus 0.8 whole square into root of 1 minus 0.8 whole square. So kindly do check. You have the change in the velocity value, the viscosity, as well as the radius and the clearance, radial clearance of the journal. See, you get whether the same value or not. What is the answer you're getting? Is it the same?
I'm getting 29.09.
29. Okay. 29.09 kilonewton.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. So this will be our W, load bearing capacity. Fine. So after this, the frictional force they have asked. So what is the equation we follow for frictional force? It is the same thing, same equation. So here the value of mu will be changed. Please type 8 into pi square. The mu value will be 0.01. And then the length of the journal bearing will be 60.5 into 10 raised to minus 3. And then the radius of the journal will be 22.6 mm. So you will convert it into 10 raised to minus 3. So I'm in class ಒಂದು 2 ನಿಮಿಷ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. Hello. Okay, okay. ನಾನು ಒಂದು 5 ನಿಮಿಷ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. Okay. So once you get the value of load bearing value, so then you substitute the value here for the mu as well as the length of the bearing and then the radius of the journal bearing, and n here again they have taken as 20. The value of n here is 1200. So please make the change here as 1200 into 1 plus 2 into the eccentricity ratio is 0.8 whole square divided by the clearance value, which is 0.0254 into 10 raised to minus 3 into 2 plus the eccentricity value is 0.8 whole square into root of 1 minus 0.8 whole square. So kindly do substitute and calculate the value of f, how much we are getting. They haven't taken the value of n properly, it is just 20. In our case it is 1200. So the value of f will get changed again. So please do calculate and let me know the answer. So in the meantime, you can write your name and USN in the chat room. I'll be calling the attendance. Once the value is calculated, kindly let me know. Akhil?
Ma'am, Abdul 001.
Yeah, Abdul, your number is written at the end, but I'll call your name first, and today I forgot.
Present, ma'am.
Abdul, yes. Akhil KV?
Yes, ma'am.
Anil Kumar? Is absent. Ankesh Aman?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Gautam Krishna?
Yes, ma'am.
Balaji? Balaji is absent. Beldar Mohammed?
Yes, ma'am.
Chaitanya? I think she is absent. Chetan Kumar?
Present, ma'am.
Dheeraj?
Yes, ma'am.
Ishant?
Present, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
Yeah. Harshit is absent. What is the value of F you people are getting?
Ma'am, 1.659 kilonewton.
1.659
659.
kilonewton. Okay. So once the frictional force is done, so then you people have to determine the coefficient of friction. So coefficient of friction is again given by F upon W. You know the value of F, we calculated now, it is 1.659 kilonewton, and the load bearing capacity value W we calculated, which is equal to 29.09. So substitute both the values and calculate what is the coefficient of friction value, and please let me know. Himanka,
Present, ma'am.
okay. Kanishka,
Yes, ma'am.
Nagamurli Krishna, absent. Kunal Raj,
Present, ma'am.
Danush, Mohammad Ayan, absent. Mohammad Junaid,
Yes, ma'am.
okay. Shri Prasad,
Yes, ma'am.
Niharika,
Present, ma'am.
Nihar Venkat Sai,
Yes, ma'am.
Nikhil R, absent. Nirab,
Yes, ma'am.
Prajwal Bhatt,
Present, ma'am.
Rishabh Pandey, absent. Rohan Kaglakar, Roshan,
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Present.
yeah, Roshan is present. Suman Sagar,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Sagar Dutt Mathur,
Yes, ma'am.
Sagar GV is absent. Sanjay Raghav,
Present, ma'am.
yeah, Shobit is absent. Siddharth B,
Yes, ma'am. So that's Sridhar.
yeah, Siddharth Sridhar is there. What about Siddharth B? Siddharth B is absent. Subramanya, yeah. Tinumana Sethi Rohan.
Yes, ma'am.
And what about the coefficient of friction value? How much you people got? Value
Ma'am, 0.057.
0.057. Fine. Once the coefficient of friction is obtained, so lastly we need to determine the power. So kindly do calculate the value of power and let me know. So lastly they have asked the power loss in the bearing. So that will be equal to the value of U into F. So F is the frictional force and U is the velocity with which it is rotating. So the value of U we have calculated, which is 2.839, and F value now what we got is 1.659 kilonewton. So kindly do substitute both the values and calculate what is the value of P. So Srinivasalu, did I call? No. Tirumana Sethi Rohan is there? Absent. Ullas, you? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Rohan gave us attendance, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Ullas, you? Ullas is absent. Vidyan? Vidyan is absent. Varun?
Yes, ma'am.
Pavan?
Present, ma'am.
Danush? Danush is absent. Dhyanesh Kumar is absent. Gunasagar?
Present, ma'am.
Meghanatha?
Present, ma'am.
Rasik Baran? Rasik? Absent. Shivakrishna?
Ma'am.
Shreyas? Is continuously absent. Only 7 classes out of 27. He will get a shortage of attendance for sure. Srinivasalu?
He texted in the chat box, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Yogananda? Yogananda is absent. Kiran R? Kiran absent. Ranveer Singh Chauhan? He is absent. Gautam Sai?
Present, ma'am.
Okay. And Shiv Pavan? Shiv Pavan is absent. Alok M?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what is the answer finally you people got? Value of P?
Ma'am, 4709.901.
4?
709.901.
09.901. Okay, let me see what is this variation actually about. So,
Ma'am, W value is correct. Ma'am, it is 25.89 into 10 power 3 itself.
okay, so what you told initially, it is correct.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
On the 25.89 kilonewtons.
So this is not there then. Okay. Fine. So in the next class, we will solve few more problems on it, and we'll try to figure out how the pressure distribution is done. For that, we need to draw the graph and show also. So we'll do that part and some few numericals related to the journal bearing in the next class. So I request everyone to solve the problems and keep it. So I'll be giving some extra numericals also as a part of your assignment along with the derivation very shortly for your assignment number 3. So until then, please be regular, be attentive, take care, have a nice day. Bye-bye. Yeah. Yeah, Subramanya, anyone call me now?
Ma'am, Mohammed Ayan, present, ma'am. In attendance,
Mohammed,
network.
when I called, you were not there.
Yes, because of network issues, I couldn't reply, ma'am.
Okay, Mohammed Ayan, your USN number, please.
27, ma'am.
17 ME.
17 ME 27.
Okay. This is your 9th class out of 27. Please be regular. Don't miss any classes, or else at the end it will be a very problem for you. I'm telling you now.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay then. Take care. Bye-bye.